You've seen them, the bikes covered in chrome bolt-ons, fake carbon bits, and enough LED strips to light up a runway. The kind of upgrades that scream more about a rider's Instagram feed than their actual seat time. This list isn't for them. Today we're talking about 12 motorcycle mods that actually make your bike better, not just prettier. These are the upgrades smart riders make, the ones you feel every time you ride, the ones that solve real problems, and the ones that'll make you wonder why you didn't do them years ago. We're gonna skip the poser parts aisle and get straight into the good stuff. The mods that make your bike safer, more comfortable, and more functional, whether you ride every day or just every weekend. And yeah, a couple of these are so good you'll probably end up putting them on every bike you own from now on. So, let's kick things off with something small, subtle, and massively effective. The kind of upgrade you won't notice until you take it away. Mod number 12, anti-vibration bar inserts. Ever finish a ride and feel like your hands are still buzzing? That's vibration fatigue, and it's slowly killing your comfort and your control. Anti-vibration bar inserts solve that by adding mass inside your handlebars, changing the resonance so those high-frequency vibes don't make it to your hands. The result? Less numbness, more precise input, and longer rides without feeling like you've been holding on to a paint shaker. They're cheap, easy to install, and completely invisible to anyone but you. The definition of a smart rider upgrade. You won't get bragging rights for these, but you will get the satisfaction of riding further and in more comfort than the guy next to you with the chrome skull grips. In my book, that's a win every time. Mod number 11, chain oiler system. If you've ever done long distance riding, you know a dry, squeaky chain is more than just annoying. It's eating away at your wallet and your performance. Enter the chain oiler system. This little gadget automatically applies the perfect amount of lubricant to your chain as you ride, keeping it smooth, clean, and extending its life by thousands of miles. No more messy spray sessions in a gas station parking lot or forgetting a lube job before a trip. Smart riders love these because they save time, reduce maintenance costs, and improve power delivery, all without lifting a wrench mid-ride. It's not flashy, and no one's going to compliment you on it at bike night, but that's the point. It's practical, invisible, and makes your life easier every single mile. Think of it as a low-key investment that quietly pays off every time you twist the throttle. Alright, quick timeout before we get into the top picks. If you like this kind of straight-shooting motorcycle talk, the kind that's actually useful out on the road, hit that subscribe button. That way you're in the loop for the next round of tips, gear, and smart upgrades that real riders actually use. Now, let's get back to it. Number 10, Tire Pressure Monitoring System, TPMS. Tire pressure might be the most boring maintenance check on your bike, until it isn't. Underinflated tires can turn your perfectly tuned machine into a wobbly, unpredictable nightmare. Overinflated? Say goodbye to traction and hello to a sketchy ride in the rain. A tire pressure monitoring system takes the guesswork out of it. With tiny sensors either inside the valve stem or replacing your caps, you get real-time readouts of pressure and temperature right on your dash or a small handlebar-mounted display. Some even connect to your phone. Here's the real benefit. You'll spot slow leaks before they become roadside disasters. You'll know when that sudden cold snap drops your PSI, or when a little nail in your rear tire is quietly plotting your afternoon misery. For touring riders, commuters, and track junkies alike, it's a small investment that protects your tires, your handling, and your skin. Next up, we'll look at a mod that makes you impossible to ignore on the road, day or night. Number 9, LED auxiliary lights. Good visibility isn't just about what you can see, it's about who can see you. Stock headlights are often good enough for the showroom, but out in the real world, they can leave you guessing what's in the shadows. LED auxiliary lights can change that. Mounted low on crash bars or tucked in near the forks, they throw a wide, bright beam that cuts through darkness, rain, and fog. The better ones are built to survive years of abuse, with waterproof housings and vibration resistance that laughs at washboard roads. The big bonus? You're suddenly more visible to distracted drivers. That triangle of light between your headlight and aux lights make you stand out instantly, even in peripheral vision. It's not about blinding traffic, it's about making yourself impossible to overlook. For night rides, back roads, or even daytime commutes, it's the kind of mod you appreciate every time you thumb the starter. And speaking of things you'll appreciate when the weather turns, number 8, Heated grips. If you've ever tried riding on a chilly morning without heated grips, you know how quickly the fun disappears when your hands turn into frozen claws. Cold hands mean slower reactions, worse throttle control, and a miserable ride. Heated grips solve that problem at the source. With elements built into the grip itself, they warm your palms and fingers evenly. No bulky winter gloves required. Most have adjustable heat settings, so you can dial in just enough warmth without feeling like you're holding a toaster. Even if you live somewhere mild, you'll be surprised how often you use them. Early morning rides, mountain passes, sudden rainstorms, all are way more comfortable when your hands stay functional. They're also stealthy. No one at the coffee shop needs to know you've got a secret weapon against numb fingers. You just pull in, take off your gloves, and still have full grip strength. Next, let's talk about a mod that'll change the way your bike shifts and your grin while riding. Number 7. Quick Shifter. Once you've ridden with a quick shifter, going back to clutching for every upshift feels like using a rotary phone. A quick shifter lets you bang through gears at full throttle without touching the clutch lever. Just a firm tap of your boot and you're in the next gear. The magic is in the milliseconds. The system momentarily cuts ignition or fuel, unloading the transmission just long enough to slip into the next gear smoothly. The result? Faster shifts, no loss of drive, and a constant surge of acceleration. It's not just for track bikes. On the street, it makes passing and merging effortless, and it can even extend clutch life by reducing wear. Many modern bikes come pre-wired for them, so installation can be plug and play. Smart riders like them because they're not about showing off. They're about keeping the bike stable and the ride flowing. You'll feel more connected to the machine, and once you've got one, you'll wonder how you ever rode without it. Now we're into the classics, starting with the mod that keeps your wiring clean and your sanity intact. Number 6. Auxiliary fuse block. Add more than one accessory to your bike. GPS, heated grips, lights, and suddenly your wiring looks like a rat's nest under the seat. An auxiliary fuse box fixes that. It's basically a central hub for powering accessories, with proper fuses and, in the better units, a relay that only powers them when the ignition is on. That means no more worrying about draining the battery because you forgot to turn something off. Troubleshooting also becomes a breeze. Instead of tearing apart half the bike to trace a wire, you can check one neat, organized panel. Need to add something new later? Just connect it to the block. No more hunting for an open splice or stacking ring terminals on your battery post. It's the kind of upgrade that's invisible to anyone looking at your bike, but a lifesaver for anyone working on it, including future you. The next mod? It's about making sure people notice when you want them to. Number 5. Brake light modulator. If you've ever sat in traffic and watched the driver behind you scrolling through their phone in your mirrors, you already know why this is a smart upgrade. A brake light modulator makes your brake light pulse or flash rapidly when you first apply the brakes. It's not random. The pattern is designed to grab attention instantly, then switch to a steady light so it's still legal in most places. The result? You stand out in a sea of static red lights, which means a much better chance the person behind you actually sees you slowing down. Installation is usually plug and play, with no permanent mods to your wiring. And once it's in, it just works, every single time you touch the brake, day or night. Plenty of riders will spend hundreds on chrome or paint to get noticed. Smart riders spend a fraction of that to get noticed when it matters most. Next up, a mod that saves your signals to where people can't miss them. Number 4. Bar end turn signals. Your stock turn signals? They're fine, if the goal is to meet the bare minimum DOT requirement. But visibility-wise, they're often too low, too dim, or blocked by luggage. Bar end turn signals fix that. Mounted at the very tips of your handlebars, they put your indicators at eye level for most drivers. The wide separation also makes your bike's movement more obvious, which is exactly what you want when changing lanes or turning in traffic. The good ones are bright LEDs sealed against the elements, so they'll survive years of weather and vibration. Some even double as running lights for extra visibility. Bonus: in a tip over, they're far less likely to snap off than traditional stock signals. And they look clean. No big plastic lumps hanging off the sides. It's a small change with a big impact on how other road users see you. The next upgrade? It makes sure they hear you too. Number 3. Upgraded horn. Stock horns are a joke. Half the time they sound like a clown car honking from the bottom of a swimming pool. That's not what you want when you need to alert a distracted driver drifting into your lane. An upgraded horn, think compact air horn or high decibel dual tone unit, cuts through road noise, music, and closed windows. Hit the button, and it's an instant wake up for anyone around you. The installation is straightforward on most bikes, and many come with a plug-and-play harness. The key is getting one that's loud without being comically oversized. It's not about being aggressive, it's about giving yourself one more tool to stay safe. And trust me, when that SUV starts moving into your space and you blast them with 120 decibels, you'll be glad you swapped it out. Now, let's talk about the simple little upgrade that can make your controls feel like they were custom built for you. Number 2. Adjustable clutch and brake levers. One size does not fit all, especially when it comes to levers. If your clutch or brake lever sits too far away, every stoplight becomes a hand workout. Too close, and you're cramping up. Adjustable levers let you set the reach exactly where you want it, so your fingers naturally fall into position. The result is less fatigue, more precise control, and smoother operation whether you're riding twisties or stuck in rush hour traffic. Most are made from lightweight aluminum, often with folding tips to prevent breakage and a tip over. They can be purely functional or add a subtle touch of style without looking like you're trying too hard. This is one of those upgrades you notice every single time you ride, and wonder why it's not standard on every bike. Number 1. Helmet Quick Release Buckle. The D-ring helmet strap is classic, and a pain when you're wearing gloves or dealing with rain. A quick release buckle solves that. It's a simple mechanism, metal or high-strength plastic, that lets you fasten or unfasten your helmet with one hand, even with gloves on. No more fumbling or yanking on straps in the parking lot. Installation takes minutes and doesn't compromise safety if you get a reputable unit. In fact, in an emergency, it can make removing your helmet faster for first responders. It's not flashy, it won't get likes on Instagram, but the convenience it adds to every ride is massive. And like most mods on this list, once you have it, you'll never want to go without it.